What is going on, guys? We are going to a Tuesday night showdown here. This scheduling is just crazy. 2 games tonight, 1 game here on Tuesday. So let's get into the slate. We have the Dallas Cowboys and the Ravens. The Ravens are healthier, COVID related. So it should be more of a normal game. We don't have to worry about RG3 and that disaster. So let's get into tomorrow's slate. Again, if you are a new person to our channel and have not subscribed, please do so. It's greatly appreciated. Give this video a thumbs up if you like what we do here at Fantasy Sports Insight. Check out Gator Guys UCL video that is out today as well. And just check out all of our other content. It's all free, and we love to bring it to you. So let's start with the odds first here. Baltimore -8. NFL terms, that's a pretty big gap. I think, you're giving anybody 8 points in the NFL. It's pretty wide gap. And for a game that, is expected to be fairly low scoring, Dallas defense is not good, but I think it gets to a point where the Ravens could be up and they could just be running the ball. So let's start with the Ravens first. Clear and obvious, not going to spend a lot of time on Lamar Jackson. He's going to be the cashiest player in the slate, probably a really popular captain play as well. After that, for Baltimore, it always gets dicey, right? So we have the running backs are all going to be healthy. So we have J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram. We're going to have Gus Edwards still there. Justice Hill likely won't see very much. But, I think J.K. Dobbins is my favorite. But again, and this is what ended up happening tonight. Like, Mostert, had a great matchup, was supposed to be the lead back, has been a lead back in those situations with other viable running backs there. But a lot of the carries are getting split up and touchdown and whatever, so it's like it takes away that price tag at 8,600 is scarier to pay for if there's a chance that, he's not getting 10 to 15 touches. Now, if he's getting 15 carries again, yeah, then I think you can make a case for him because he can catch the ball to the backfield too. Mark Andrews is not expected to play. So, I think that means Luke Wilson will be their number one tight end, which we'll get to here in a little bit. Malcolm Hollywood Brown, he had the long touchdown, or had the touchdown in the last game. I think it was a long one, 70-yarder, right? Yeah. That was, I think, from McSorley after RG3 got benched. But, I think he's worth a shot. I think the pricing on the slate makes him more viable at 7,200, but not something that I'm like reaching out of my way to get to. Same with Ravens defense, I think is viable. Then this is where I'm talking about. You're getting into Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards. Ingram has been blah all year unless he scores a touchdown. So probably a fade for me. Gus Edwards too, probably a fade. I rather get to money man Justin Tucker, which I love, for 4,000. Super great value. And then here you go, Luke Wilson. Two targets last game, no catches. Obviously, that was with RG3. I expect him to do a little bit better in this game. But I do think, going down here to somebody like Duvernay, who's probably my favorite value here on the slate at 800, I like a lot more. You could also make a case here for Dez Bryant, who did not play last week, but I think he will be available this week. So, oh no, he did play, just didn't have any points. Felt like he didn't play. But it felt like that for a lot of receivers while RG3 was in the game. So Duvernay, Dez Bryant, super cheap. I think they just probably a little bit safer than Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson probably the more touchdown upside. Again, it's just like this team, 8-point favorites, and you're only really super excited to play Lamar Jackson and Justin Tucker. Yeah. So I think if you land on Dobbins, that's fine. If you land on Brown, that's fine. I think those are probably your two other options, especially with someone like Andrews out. All right, let's go to the Dallas side. Ezekiel Elliott, 10-2, seems a little bit steep for his production. Obviously, he did really well against the Vikings, but post Dak has been pretty bad for Zeke. So I think 10-2 is tough in a game script that you expect them to be losing. He definitely can catch the balls out of the backfield, but we have seen Tony Pollard, which we'll get to a little bit, has played really well too. Andy Dalton and Cooper and Lamb, all three of them are viable. Dalton, I think, I don't know, Is he going to get to 10 to 20? This game script was super in his favor. He's chucking the ball. This game was close at the end. I feel like this is a more controlled game that he's not going to get as many opportunities. So I don't love Dalton, but again, this is a slate where it's like, where do you spend your money after Lamar Jackson? I do like Amari Cooper. He just is kind of like resonated again after, just like, I don't know, the last 3 weeks he's been awesome. So I think he's definitely they're definitely targeting him on purpose. So Cooper is a fine option. So is CeeDee Lamb. 6,600 for his upside is really nice. Again, I like them better than I like the quarterback, so that doesn't really like add up. But I think in general, Dalton's not going to be just like heaving deep balls. So Schultz, okay. Gallup, okay. And Gallup had 8 targets last game, which was really nice. Again, game script was heavily in the favor. I don't know. I just think this game stays lower scoring. Greg the Leg at 3,600 is a decent value. Tony Pollard, is getting enough touches at 2,600, I think, to make him in play. Again, I prefer just getting up to Greg the Leg, Zerline, or Justin Tucker. Then we go down here a little bit more. Cedric Wilson, no targets the last game. Yeah, I was kind of off him, even though he's so super cheap. But yeah, I mean, so that's kind of where I'm at on this slate. So let's just take this back a little bit, like put it in perspective that like a lot of people are going to be doing this. Lamar Jackson, captain for good reason. A lot of people are going to use Justin Tucker, I think. I think from here, you can go say you want Dalton and Cooper and you're fading Elliott. Totally viable and it still gets you there. And what's crazy is you can go down here to Duvernay and then still get back up to Brown and you still have salary left over. So Duvernay is not a must, obviously, because you could go Zerline and then pay up for like Gallup or Gus Edwards too. But I do think you probably want some other piece of Baltimore. So in that kind of build, you can't get all the way to Malcolm Brown, or I'm sorry, to Dobbins, but you can get to Malcolm Brown. So again, just like I think the guys you're going to lock in your lineup, my favorite cash plays are Lamar Jackson, Justin Tucker, and Amari Cooper. And then your favorite values are the kickers, Duvernay, Des Bryant, Gallup is cheap, and Tony Pollard. And then I'm just kind of fading Elliott. I guess that's just going to be my hot take. I guess if you have the salary to get to him, him and Dalton probably project pretty closely. So thanks again for listening, and hopefully you win some money playing NFL on a Tuesday night. Thanks.